Let's take a ride. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. I'll show you how. We're gonna make it happen. Let's take a ride and spend the day in the countryside.
Welcome, everyone, to Season 6, Episode 7 of Kicks at the Castle, podcast by three sneakerheads dedicated to that Disney lifestyle. As Walt would say, to all who listen to this happy podcast, welcome. My name is John. I'm going to be your host. And as always, I'm joined by my man, Matt.
Yo, what's going on, everyone?
And we've got Ruby.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
And this week we have a special guest. We've got Reggie, also known as 2Gs. Welcome, Reggie.
What's good, everyone? Appreciate you guys inviting me on the pod.
Oh, man, glad you can make the time. We've got a great show planned for you guys this week. We're going to catch up with some news items. So we're going to jump into our Fit of the Week feature. This week in World versus Land, we are going to talk tech, website, apps, magic bands, etc. Ruby's going to hold it down with another plant-based option of the week. We're going to catch up on some recent trips to the property, and then we're going to play a few games with Reggie before getting to know him better. But first, as always, let's jump into pickups.
Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. What? I got them vents on my shoes.
And I'm going to go Reggie, man. What have you been buying lately?
I have a few things worth sharing. So this is my latest pickup. Just a classic Air Max 1, the big bubble. I forgot about it when they released on sneakers, so I was able to kind of pick them up for a decent price too. And then I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of Nike. I like his Hot Step shoes, the new ones with the snake skin on it. Got a good video coming out soon about these as well. So, but yeah, I like these. I'm a fan of these.
I like.
I'm sure Ruby is too.
You know I am. Yeah, I have the black ones and I love them.
Oh, nice. Yeah, good shoe.
And speaking of Ruby, what do you got for us this week?
Not too much. I'm waiting on a couple pairs of sneakers. I did get some sneakers in for Luigi, but I didn't bring those to show. I picked up a couple of these clips for all my lady friends out there. They sell Bobble Bar clips you can find them at like Marshall's, and they're like half the price. And Bobble Bar charges like $20 for them. You can find them like for $10 at Marshall's. So highly recommend checking these out. They're just super cute in the hair. And then something that I'm pretty excited about that I wanted to make sure to pick up was the Up Close Disney 100. So I love Legos, and this is like just such a cute one. Look at the little Doug, is so cute. So I'm pretty excited to build this. I don't know why I thought it was going to be smaller box, so that makes me excited because I think there's going to be bigger than I thought it was going to be.
That's what she said.
But but I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, that's actually all I got this week.
So Ruby, are you do the entire Lego set in one sitting person, or is that something you could put on the table and come back to?
I can't. So it's a challenge.
I'm like that too. So you gotta have a nice piece of time to do that. Gotcha.
Yeah, usually it's like I decide on this weekend day I'm gonna do this, and I mean I've had ones that have taken me like 12 hours, and I'm just there like all day. Got to take lunch breaks, like it's a job. But yeah, I'll just like usually binge some TV while I do it. Yeah, I can't split it up.
All right, well, you got a Disney reservation Saturday, so don't plan on it Saturday.
Well, not.
All right, Matt, what do you got for us this week?
All right, so I know I mentioned last week that I got a raffle pickup. So here we go. I didn't know that they changed the box on this. This had a different box, but Air Jordan 1 smoke grays or washed black. I don't know. Some people call it
nice.
Wash grays or smoke grays, whatever. But honestly, I think this is I know Jordan 1 hype is like going down right now, but I think this is a super slept on Jordan 1. Quality is actually pretty good on these. QC is pretty good. It's like right in between, John, that plasticky plush leather, not really tumbled, but it is kind of plasticky on the side.
So it's not as bad as the golf shoes, but not as good as the origin stories.
I have neither, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, I mean, it's not an OG colorway, but I mean, it's just a simple neutral color. Like, I don't know why like a lot of people slept on these, but these are fire. for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, actually,
I like these a lot.
I forgot. You guys made me realize I forgot 2 pickups. I picked up the smoke gray Jordan 1s. I don't have them in hand, but I got them. And then actually I got a Star-Lord helmet Lego. I don't know if you guys
You know what? I saw that. I almost picked that up. I saw that at Target the other day. That thing is awesome.
Yep. So I started that, and I'm the segment guy. So I did like bag 1 and bag 2 together.
Okay.
Now I have bag 3 and 4 like waiting for me in the living room.
So obviously, so you're not OCD.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe a little messy.
But that's all I got.
That's a great pair, and I swear I've had a mind switch. Like I've got no pickups this week, but at this time last year I bought 25 pairs,
Sheesh.
and I bought 6 this year. It's just like I don't even know what I want to buy next. Like probably the black toe lows are probably the next. But I was just looking at my stacks, and I'm like, I'm not even wearing my highs anymore. Like all I'm wearing are my lows. So it's like I really like that colorway, but I was just like I just don't think I could do it. So I don't know. I don't know if mentally I'm in a shoe funk or
A lot of shoes that are like easily to pass on too, like those that you picked up, those are a good shoe, and if you're a Jordan 1 like collector, you're probably picking them up. But if you have Jordan 1s and you have a gray shoe, it's like they're on the sneakers app as we speak right now, so it's like there's no need, I guess. I don't know.
To me, I really got into it during the pandemic because I wasn't spending my money on travel or other things. And now it's like there's other things I want to do. I was in the group chat last night. I was this close to pulling the trigger on a Walt Disney World AP, and I probably will this weekend. But it's like there's I think like right now I'm in the mindset I'd rather spend my money on experiences than things. So I mean, like, because there's always another shoe, right? Next month there'll be another one.
Yeah.
Shit, next week there'll be another one, right? I mean, I almost feel like maybe it's because how many Jordan 1s drop in a year now?
Too many.
Yeah, I mean, between the lows, the mids, and the highs, 60. I mean, there's probably more than one a week.
Yeah, maybe more. Yeah, that's a good, maybe one a week at worst case,
Yeah, so I don't know.
I feel like there just hasn't been, because I feel like I'm itching to buy more sneakers, and whenever I go on sneakers app and I scroll through, I'm sad that there's like not enough things that I want to click notify me on. So I think that's part of it too, or like what Reggie just said. It's like, okay, I'm a big Jordan 1 person, and I really like those gray ones, but I have like other ones that I feel like are similar enough where I'm like, am I even going to get a chance to wear them? There's so many shoes I still haven't had a chance to wear yet that it's like, if there's a dope shoe though, like I wouldn't care if I wasn't going to wear it for 5 months. I'd still want to buy it. I just felt like there hasn't been as much that's like been grabbing me where I feel very compelled to like get it. And I bought a lot of shoes this year already. With that said, I feel like normally I would buy more. I'm just not seeing as much as that like grabs.
Well, I can tell you what, I clicked notify me on a shoe today. I noticed the app, they loaded up the cement lows.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yep.
I'll
definitely
too.
But you know what? I don't know if I'd pay resale for them. I think if I miss on the drop, I think I'll let them go.
I don't think they would like sit on resale for very long anyways for a high amount.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't think people are spending as much also. So things are like easier to get.
Well, they shouldn't be, because it's definitely a little bit uncertain in the economy right now.
Yeah,
but
I mean, Phil posted, I think it was like downtown LA, gas was like almost $8.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, the Disney and sneakers community is filled with enablers. So watch out for your friends.
Yeah.
I'm always encouraging you to pull the trigger. So
yeah, Discord is bad influence.
Yeah, don't believe the hype. So anyway. Well, let's call it for pickups. Let's jump into something else that's super affordable.
Newsies.
You can rent Walt Disney's mansion for $40K a month. So I kind of did some numbers on it. So it's 4-bedroom. So say you get 5 couples, like someone could like do the couch, and maybe they only pay like 7 G's. Everybody else kicks in 82. So what do you think? A month at Disney's house? $8,000? I know Ruby's in.
He better
I was saying, Ruby's all in.
Like the ghost better be in there. Like I don't know. I want to like get inspired. I want to like leave with like his. I don't know. But I'm sure. I mean, we know Disney people. We know ourselves. People are gonna.
Someone's doing that.
Yeah. For sure.
I mean, honestly, if you think about like just the rental market in LA for like mansions, it's actually probably not that much more than like if you just got a mansion somewhere else. They're probably like 30K. So
Well,
like say for Disney's, it's probably a little bit smaller, but it's also Disney's. I feel like
Yeah.
well, instead of getting 4 couples, you get 16 couples. Everybody gets one room for 1 week. You break that down divide that by 16. That's a VIP tour. I mean,
see, now we're doing fun math.
yeah. Trust me. And before long, I'm gonna have a spreadsheet on this, Ruby.
All right.
Just
I'm
like
in.
I
Tell me
created my
what.
Walt Disney World AP spreadsheet last night and was grinding. I penciled in 35 days in Florida for some reason. I don't know how I'm gonna pull that off, but
I freaking told you, bro, last time you went, I said, I don't know why you didn't just renew your damn pass.
that's all right. They're for sale right now.
Yeah.
I might do it. So, all right. So fresh off the LACC, we got the US Open is in LA, and Phil Mickelson was spotted with some custom Travis Scott by Jordan golf shoes. And I thought that those were another colorway because they announced a pair last month.
Mm-hmm.
But it says Air Surgeon on the heel. So pair of customs for Phil. So who knew Phil rocked with Travis Scott? I did not know that. But so there you go. Another 50-year-old white guy trying to keep it real with the shoes.
That's probably to boost the hype of the ones that are actually coming out.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
yeah,
it's a
because
reverse mocha list.
Yeah. Well, he's got that live golf money, so he can buy a custom no problem.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Reggie, you a golfer at all?
I'm not a golfer, man. I've tried. I've been golfing a few times. It's hard.
Hard.
It's
I don't know. You're a businessman.
I'm
I figured deals get done on the golf course, man. That's got to be your next step.
It's funny. My boss texted me while we were in here. He says, "Hey Reggie, do you play golf?" Yeah, we're all remote, so he's located in Oakland, and
Okay.
he's coming down here on Friday, and we're supposed to do like lunch or something. So I'm assuming he probably wants to like go golfing, which would be like a cool little bonding thing. But he might be disappointed when I hit him back with like I don't, or it's
Top golf.
Just
I was gonna say do top golf.
you just hit him to say not yet.
Dot.
And then check out Eastside Golf because they got a lot of good stuff. They got some Jordan collabs.
Okay.
All right, so I can't even say what is this next thing.
FEWOCIOUS.
I don't even know who that is. I just thought it was an interesting topic because FEWOCIOUS helps Adidas craft their first token gated NFC tag sneaker. I thought we were done with it. What are we doing? What are we doing? Is this a thing? I mean,
I don't know too much about like NFTs or crypto. Once I heard that the crypto is like shutting down in like United States or something like that, like the actual brand. Yeah, I've seen all these memes about like Staples Center going back to the Staples, and I seen that on Twitter. But me personally, I don't know any sneakerheads that have NFT related sneakers.
But what's an NFC? I don't even know what the hell that is.
Oh, I didn't even see that. NFC.
It's token gated. We're Ruby's tech. What is a token gated NFC tag sneaker, Ruby?
So I thought the NFCs were like the payment things. That's what I thought they were. Like, when things are like chip, like the tap, like when you can tap your credit card. I thought that's what like NFC chips were.
I don't know. It says NFT holders will unlock the opportunity to redeem the Web3 Artist Collaborative alongside replacing the usual laces with blue ribbon. The pair has Y2K inspired. So I don't know. I respect Adidas for doing something different. I've never heard of FEWOCIOUS. I think the shoes actually look pretty good. And I mean, I don't think I'm the target market on those, but I'm not mad at them. I mean, I think they're better than a Wotherspoon.
I just don't. I think it's pretty cool, but I don't know what the shoe is tagging. Like, what is it? If NFC is what I think it is, which is like the tapping payments, like that chip encryption system, I don't understand how the shoe.
I don't know how to buy this shoe. Like, if I was interested, I wouldn't know how to buy it. I'd be confused.
It's weird, but I think they look cool.
So is this a brand trying to generate some buzz? I mean, like, instead of doing it is a collab, but I don't know if anybody's heard of this guy before, but it's like Adidas is searching, right? They still haven't replaced Kanye. So this is just another way to get maybe some tech people interested in buying some shoes. I don't know, pushing something other than a Samba.
Try to get the tech people out of their Allbirds and be like, look we put technology in your shoe.
Yeah, I need to hit up Kaji or Franelations. Some more
Kaji would know
info on that.
Yeah. Anyway, very interesting. I'm if somebody knows what's going on, hit me up in the DMs. Let me know because I'm interested. I think it's interesting. I'm confused. So let's jump into fit of the week.
Call this fit hell bent because this fit's stupid, like dumb.
Every week we pick a post where we were tagged or someone used the hashtag Kicks at the Castle. This week we've got Oh Gosh David at Animal Kingdom. He's got the Bad Bunny Campus Light in the Wild Moss colorway. And yes, I had to look that up. And actually, I liked his vintage all over print so much that I found a double X on eBay and bid on it. But definitely, I love that shirt. That was pretty cool. Anyway, did you guys check it out yet?
I don't think Bad Bunnies have gotten fit of the week yet.
You know, I'm surprised that they aren't being featured more. You know, in the Kanye void.
I feel like they always sell out, but I never see that many people with them.
Agreed.
I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, they're not sitting.
So why not make more?
Yeah, I hear good things about them, or I hear that it's doing well for Adidas, or it looks like it is, but then I haven't seen them at Disney or the mall or the airport. Usually those three things are kind of like
Places
people, you're people watching and stuff. But
do you think that maybe the United States has a smaller allocation than like the South American market? Or I don't
know. Bad Bunny's
globally, globally, he's huge.
You're right. That's a good point.
I mean, I have a pair, the black ones, the all black ones. I've literally never seen anyone else in a pair. And I'm looking for them because I like them. I want to see the other colors, especially these ones I really wanted. I don't know anyone that has them.
Well, I guess the other thing is, Adidas is a multi-billion-dollar ship, and those things don't turn on a dime. In the grand scheme of things, Kanye's been gone 8 months. I mean, the ramp up on like the releases we've seen in the last 6 months, those were planned probably well before Kanye was gone. So the allocation of product and materials, I think we'll start seeing that coming up. It was interesting. Actually, it's funny that they had the Yeezy Day, the unofficial Yeezy Day. My shoes still haven't even shipped that I hit.
Damn, still?
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Luigi got his.
Yeah, I got I hit 2 pairs of foams, and one of them is processed and the other is still in processing.
Maybe next Friday, man.
Maybe next Friday. Quick ship.
It was really unorganized from what I've seen. I seen someone on Twitter say that they got a refund for their order and the slides still came in. And then my fiance hit on 2 pairs of slides. They refunded her for 1 and then sent her 3.
What?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So like
she didn't get a pair of size 13 foam runners, did she?
I wish, yeah. She was getting size 4 slides getting shipped, and they all shipped separate. And the duplicates had the same order number, the same everything. So it just seemed like 2 people processed the order, I guess, and sent it. But then it doesn't make sense why they refunded her too. So I don't know.
What'll be interesting is if they're able to backtrack that and like send out invoice, pull money back. That'll be, anyway, it's interesting. You know what? I don't need the foam runners. What's funny is last summer I bought a pair and I just had sitting on them. And I went to Disney World. I took them with me and I wore them a few times just to see how ridiculous I'd look in them. And I never felt comfortable in them. So I sold them when I got home. And then it was funny after they were gone. I'm like, I should have held on to those. So I figured I threw my name in on a couple and I hit 2. So I'll probably I got the red clay. I think I'm gonna like that colorway. So I'm planning on hanging on to them, but see if they ever make it to me. So anyway, appreciate the tag, David. If you would like to be featured, use the hashtag Kicks at the Castle or tag us in your next Disney Fit pick, in park or not. And now it is time for Land versus World.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Each week we pick a landmark or aspect of Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort, and we decide which park has it better. And this week I want to get into the tech because, as always, when I'm busy planning my vacations, this becomes a bigger topic. So Saturday I got up at 3 a.m. to book my Disney dining at Disney World, and my wife is very happy because she can look on her future plans and she can see all my dining. But Disneyland does not have the feature where you can add your guests. And that always annoys her because she makes other plans, and like sometimes she'll cancel my Saturday Disney plans. And I'll tell her, oh no, we had a reservation to, Blue Bayou or whatever. She's like, oh, well, why don't you add me to your plan so I can see it? And I'm like, I have no clue. Why does Disney World and Disneyland function so differently? So Ruby, I know that you're a tech person. You like to hit both coasts. What is your experience with the technology?
Sorry to anyone who works for like Disney and their app development, but it's trash. It's just not intuitive for one. And there are such basic capabilities that it doesn't do. Like, I still to this day, why you kick me out of the app to make my reservation is absolutely insane. Like, the reservation is like the one thing people need to do, and they literally let them do everything else in the app. And the one thing I want to do in the app is just like, nope, go here, log out. And I have to log in every time. It doesn't like cache my information properly. And I mean, even in the app, like from time to time, Luigi, almost every time we go to the park, has to re-log into the app. He's like at the gate ready to check in and be like, shit, my thing logged out again. And I've seen that happen to so many other people. It's just like,
why is that? Because it feels like I get logged out once or twice a day. Every time my wife opens it up, she has to log in every single time.
Luigi, every single time. I don't with the app. I don't have to log in, but it always kicks me out. And then I have to, when I want to make a reservation or anything, I have to re-log in. So things like that kind of capability, those are just some very basic things. And I think Disney does a pretty good job of regularly surveying, like if you go to the park a lot, right? They ask you all kinds of stuff. And it's like, ask me about this app because I have a lot of feedback.
I feel like they've cut back on the survey requests, because I feel like I used to get a survey request once a month, and I don't know if I ever get them, and there are damn few that actually have an open box where I can type in something. And usually it's like, you need a magic key check-in line, so I don't have to wait behind all these people getting their picture taken. But again, there's another technology thing. Disney World, you don't have to get your picture taken. Why does Disneyland need a picture but Disney World doesn't?
Because Disney World, you're using your biometrics, and Disneyland, they're looking at your picture when you go gate to gate.
They don't have biometrics in California?
No, I mean, well, yeah, they would have to install it. If they had it, they wouldn't take the picture anymore.
Well, you know what? It's just, it's like the Magic Band Plus. When I was in Disney World last summer, I could stick my arm out the window and they'd hit my reader on my wrist, and I would get my parking. At Disneyland, yeah. I got the thing on my wrist. Nope, we don't have. I mean, how much does it cost to buy 10 readers to have out at the parking structure?
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure those are $110 a piece. I mean, come on.
Magic bands in Disneyland are just trash.
They're garnish. It's a garnish, right?
So you guys have used them already?
Magic.
I have too.
I wear mine every time. I use it literally for pictures, and then when I'm like on a ride, I'm like, cool, it's lighting up. I can literally use it for nothing. I mean,
you can get in the park with it. You can use it for PhotoPass, and then you can use it for Lightning Lane.
Well, you guys can only use Magic Band Plus, right? You can't use the older one.
That is correct.
They should not call it Plus, because there are no pluses.
There's no features.
I get that it has to be linked to like a hotel stay or whatever at Disney World, but there's no reason they couldn't link it to your app and just have like your stored payment method. Like, there's no reason it couldn't.
You can. At Disney World, you can. Even if you're staying off site, you can link it to a payment method, right?
Yeah, see, that's so dumb. No. Like, it's like the most.
You have to be staying on site, because it doesn't charge to your credit card; it charges to your room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, across the board, that's a trash tech decision. Like, literally build in the payment. Do you know how much more money people spend when they tap?
Yep.
Like, if it's spent money, they will spend it.
I think it might just be like maybe people trying to like scam and like say like, oh, I lost my phone and someone charged it, I didn't charge that. So at least like if they charge back to the room, they have proof.
Yeah, but that's kind of bullshit, because the Apple Watch, like, all they just need to have is the right security in place, because the Apple Watch is still encrypted to your device. So like, if you don't have your device, like, they could figure it out. There's enough tech to figure out the security of it. they just aren't investing in the product, and so it's kind of just a gimmick at this point.
I mean, honestly, they could interface with the Apple Watch, couldn't they, Ruby?
That's what I was just about to say. I was like, I get maybe why they're not investing more in it, but like if you're not going to, just like eliminate the product and then link with Apple. You're already doing Vision Pro, like do the Apple Watch and think about like that partnership of making your Apple Watch be able to be like a Magic Band and do what they want it to do, but just have that capability built into an Apple Watch. Then you can have your payments linked in.
And be 20 times better.
Yeah.
What about you, Reggie? Are you a Magic Band guy?
We don't have Magic Bands.
Well, you'd have to have one to go with every fit, right?
Yeah, I need a blue, black, red, yellow. I have like, we keep our Magic Bands from when we go to Orlando, like back then, because we didn't have them over here. I was like, oh, cool, let's just keep our, we got different colors of them and I have them in my drawer. But I agree with you guys. Like our first time going to Orlando and just the gate experience of how quick Orlando was, and it almost feels like you could just walk in, or like someone could run through, Disney World. It was just so easy at the time. It was like 2016, I think, was our first time over there. And we were impressed by just kind of the whole vacation, and everything was linked to this band, and it just made everything so easy. But then now that Disney's trying to, I guess, catch up with it, it's still like all you guys are saying, all the issues, it's like the whole Disney Plus is just really a scam. So we can spend more money on these new wristbands. We can't use, you can't use the old ones, or if you have one, but it doesn't do anything special, I guess. I don't know.
It's weird. I don't know.
So I did find out what NFC is. It's a near field communication, which is
Matt's
in all
been
of
tuning
our
us
phones.
out.
Yeah, no, because I was looking at it. So all of our phones have it, and basically it's that's how. Can you guys get in with your phone? Oh, but you guys scan the barcode in the app, right?
We scan the barcode in our app. Yes.
So with NFC, basically we have our passes, like we can add our passes to our wallet. So like if you have like an Apple Watch or your phone, and if you get your Magic Band.
It's like putting your Ticketmaster tickets in your Apple Wallet. You just hold your phone up. They don't.
Yeah, it's the tap. It's the being able to tap to like pay or check in or anything. It's the same chip that's like on your credit card that they changed it from when you used to be able to like insert them or swipe them, where now you can tap. It's that.
So you can do that at Disney World, Matt?
Yeah.
You can put your ticket in your Apple Wallet. What the fuck is wrong with?
Yeah, look.
Don't they have the same boss? Like, doesn't the same guy in charge of Florida that's in charge of Disneyland?
It's called Magic Mobile.
Are they hiring? Because like they need help. They need help.
There's my Dole Whip pass right there.
Is it a Dole Whip pass?
Yeah.
Dole Whip pass?
That's
What's
embarrassing.
a Dole Whip? Hold on. What's a Dole Whip pass? Is it like unlimited passes when you go?
No, it's called Magic Mobile on the app, and then there's like different like themes that you can do when you add it to your wallet. So like you can choose
it's like a skin. It's like the skin. That's it. Matt, you just sold it. I am buying my Walt Disney World AP tomorrow, and I'm going to have a Dole Whip pass on my phone. It's going down. So all right, Matt, do you want to chime in on this?
I guess Magic Band wise, I feel like I guess Disney World does have it better. I mean, just because like we've been using it for so long, I feel like we have the technology, or we've been using the technology for however long. But I mean, just like Magic Bands aside, like even like I feel like you guys definitely have, as far as like lightning lanes and Genie Plus, like you guys definitely have that better for sure. As far as like fairness,
do we?
I mean, as far as fairness, like you guys
have more rides with lightning lane than we do.
Yeah, but I mean, like people, if you're an annual pass holder or local, like you're pretty much, you gotta wait until you're in the park, like unless
facts. That was one thing I was going to say. Thanks for bringing that up. Because like when I was out there and I was going to Magic Kingdom, and it's like 7 a.m., you've got to pick. Do I want to try to get an early Jungle Cruise, lightning lane? Or do I want to get in the virtual queue to ride Tron?
Yeah. Because
they both drop at 7. And if you wait until 7:03, your Jungle Cruise return time is 3 p.m., And
then the thing with virtual queue, like, I don't understand that either, because I mean, I have a lot of friends that live in Miami, and they drive straight from Miami to Orlando or to Disney World, and Miami is 3.5 hours away. So if you make the reservation at 7, you're not going to make it if your group gets called right at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe Guardians, because I mean, they're pretty lenient about it, but Tron, like They're very strict on that.
They were. I don't know. I think you got to get. I honestly, I don't like virtual queue. You know what? The fact that you could buy a lightning lane, like I said, I ended up doing the afternoon virtual queue, but I bought a lightning lane because I wanted to ride the damn thing at night, right? The whole thing of that ride is how awesome the canopy is lit up in the dark. I'm like, last thing I want to do is ride that at 2 p.m. and call it a day. Man, I want to freaking ride that thing at 10 o'clock at night when it's maximum freaking coolness.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, everyone should have the chance to ride it, like, because I don't think it's fair how
spend the money, you can ride it.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's no different than the sneaker game, right? You gotta pay to play. You know what? It is what it is. You go in the park, the lines are long. You want to cut the line, you pay extra money.
Yeah, that's cool for lightning lane, but like with virtual queue, it takes out like the equity of it. Like if you don't want to pay for lightning lane and you just want to have like a shot to ride it and you want to wait 7 hours in a line, that should be your prerogative to do that. But they take that ability away by having virtual queue in place. And I think that's trash. Like it should just be wait in line as long as it is, if that's what you want to do, or decide to buy lightning lane. And then
I could tell you, Ruby, both times I was there 2 days when it was open. Both times I opted to wait till the 1 o'clock queue, and I hit both times, and it wasn't even like, it didn't feel like it was. I feel like that it was, the queue was actually open for like 30 minutes. Like it didn't, it wasn't gone. Like when I was here, like the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, I missed it the first 2 times I went, so I ended up paying for it. So I feel like they've got maybe more capacity, but it was there. And then as far as the paid lightning lanes, they were available all day. People don't.
I feel like I don't like having to sit there and be like, I gotta hit this button right when it goes. Going to be able to get on the ride. Like if I want to wait 5 hours because that's the only thing I want to do all day, like I feel like I should be able to do that, but I can't because I would like be in some dumb virtual queue.
No, I agree with you. But Disney, they self-prophesized that, or they because they talk smack about Universal having a 5-hour wait, right? I mean, wasn't that what happened?
Nobody's gonna wait.
And also the cruise line is getting magic bands now too. Have you guys heard that?
What are you going to use it for? The liquor's already included, right?
I don't know. I never been on Disney cruise before.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Literally everything charges. Nobody like uses cards or cash on cruises anyways. What would you need the band?
Yeah, because we just scan our, I guess if you get rid of your hotel card or your room card, I guess is just a band. Maybe you go in the water, you're in the pool with it more instead of like a card on your lanyard.
Do you even take them in the water?
Yeah, they're waterproof.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe if you don't want to have your room, like I guess would have to open your room and it would have to like be what you tap instead of like.
And so then that holds so it's like a hotel. It holds your payment method. That way you can.
Yeah, and your room key. Because if you're going to keep the payment method anyways, why the hell do you need the van?
So
but if it can tell you in your room and do all your payment, then yeah, I guess that would be the easiest.
So is alcohol extra on the cruise?
Yep.
Usually
that way you can tap the drink, right? That way it goes down easier. You don't have to pay every time.
Yeah. But usually you buy like an alcohol package. There's like different. I mean, I guess some cruises let you do a la carte, but a lot of times it's like stupid to do that. If you're gonna drink, you should just buy the drink package.
I feel like my nickname could be alcohol package, but that's all right.
Name of the episode.
Yeah. All right. Did we beat that to death? I think Disney World's better.
Disney World is better. They're both garbage.
Yeah, they're both they're both trash, but Disney World has the edge. There you go. Ruby summed it up for me. I like it.
Also, I mean, just a side note, like I just feel like all the technology now is just like it just takes away the spontaneity and a little bit of the magic. Just because
that's a whole other topic. You're not wrong.
That's Luigi's biggest gripe. It's what he hates the most about Genie Plus is he says like he feels like Walt would be rolling in his grave because instead of everybody looking up at everything that Walt wanted, they're like this. When's my next thing? Where's my this? And
trying to walk around some slow ass person that's busy trying to check the times on, Dumbo. Yeah. All right, well, let's catch up with our recent trips on property with trips and drips. Reggie, man, how long has it been since you've been in the parks?
We went last Friday.
So okay, let's get into it. What's park shoe? What's your go-to park shoes?
Oh man, if I'm going for comfort, it's been the New Balance lately, and it's funny because it's my.
Let me guess, they're gray, right?
Yeah, gray New Balance, the 993.
Oh, he knows the first.
Yeah, and that's the issue with New Balance. Like before that shoe, I just was confused and like intimidated by all the numbers and models and the different versions.
We still are.
It makes me mad. But for comfort, that's been my comfort shoe. But to be honest, when depending if I bought a new shoe that week, so like I think we're going this Saturday or Sunday, and I'm hoping to wear maybe like the smoke gray Jordan 1s or the Air Max 1s, just so I have like a new fit pick with that shoe. So that's kind of like been my pattern lately, is just whatever I picked up new is what I'm rocking.
All right, so where's your spots to eat? Where do you like to eat?
We snack at Disney. Like we like Lamplight Lounge in DCA. That's kind of like maybe a go-to if we want to kind of sit down and actually eat somewhere. But this past Friday, I think we did Award Wieners first. So we stopped by there. My fiance got a hot dog. I got like the carne asada fries. I got a drink. I think the raspberry seltzer there. They have like a new drink there. So I tried that out. And then I think we snacked in Cars Land, just kind of snacking a little bit.
Okay. I'm a diner, but I respect the snack theory because that way you can just eat everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like, what do you like? A corn dog always sounds good. A churro always sounds good. A Jack Num Num cookie always sounds good. So it's like you could just kind of, dip and dabble a little bit. But I do like a restaurant.
Okay. All right, nice. And what about rides? Where are we gonna find you? What line are you in?
To be honest, it's probably Fantasyland. I typically kind of let her guide the rides. Especially it depends on like the day and the time. If we're there on like a Sunday morning and we're there for rope drop, we're hitting Star Wars Land or maybe Peter and Fantasy, just something worth it, where we're gonna knock out a heavy hitter for the first and second ride. But if we last week we went on a Friday night or Friday evening, so it's gonna be packed, so we're already accepting that, and it's just gonna we're going for the vibes, get a drink, eat dinner, walk around, and then head back home. So but if I had to wait for a long ride, it'd probably be Guardians.
Okay, it's a good one. All right. Now I have a theory that there are two kinds of people, and Ruby and I are opposites. Are you a start at Disneyland or a start at DCA?
We start at Disney. I think personally, I would selfishly like to start at DCA because I could knock out the Guardians ride, I could knock out Cars, knock out Incredicoaster, and then spend the rest of the time, in Disneyland and not worry about like those big three, or my big three, okay. Or the Spider-Man ride now too, actually. But we typically just do Disney.
Wow, that's a hot take. So you're a fan of web slingers, huh?
Not a fan. It's just
okay.
Like, I'm wrong. I'm a Spider-Man. I'm a Marvel fan too. So I enjoy the Marvel land. As far as a ride, I'm kind of over the shooting and especially we already have that in Toy Story, right. In DCA. We have Astro Blasters in Disneyland.
But you don't get tired on Astro Blasters. Toy Story, you're busy with the string, and now you're web slinger. It's like I don't need to work out, right?
Yeah,
that's my advantage though.
Then you go on Guardians and you just have these dead arms that are just flailing in the air because they're all dead from the arm workouts you've done.
So I think that's why I beat my fiance at Astro Blasters. She always wins. I don't understand it, and I don't like the aiming. I don't like the little laser. It's hard to aim, but I never really win. It's hard to win. But Spider-Man and Toy Story Mania, where I could have some like extra hand power, I get the edge on her. So
all right, well, there's a really good YouTube on how to max out on Buzz Lightyear. So you do a little research and smoke her next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went on down low. All right. Matt, have you made it on property lately?
I have not this week, but we are in the talks to go to Magic Kingdom this weekend.
Talks? Who are you negotiating with?
well, we haven't made the reservation yet because I have family in town coming in like 2 weeks, and they're going to. And basically all my reservations have been taken up. So it's like, we're debating. I was like, okay, should we remove the reservation so we can go this weekend? So it's like running the risk of
Oh.
losing it. So
How are the reservations going out there? Is it tough?
the week of, yes, but like if we do it like a couple weeks ahead, the week of, you might be lucky with like Epcot or Animal Kingdom.
Okay. I feel like it's getting better out here. I feel like reservations are getting easier to grab. What do you think, Ruby, Reggie?
Yeah, I feel like it's not that hard. I don't even think about it really.
Yeah, I mean, you think about 6 months ago, it was like, I need to get my reservations in, but it feels like they've really opened it up.
Yeah, I've worried a little bit about summer though. More people just with free time, but as long as you have your, like I have like 4 or 5 out of my 6 reservations booked. So as long as you like stay on that pattern and book your weekly or every other weekly trips, you're bound to get a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Yeah.
That's
You
why
know,
I've
you
been-
know, you know what's sad, Ruby?
Hmm.
I have all mine booked, and I'm booked up to my pass expiring.
Oh damn, your
Ooh.
pass is gonna expire.
My pass expires, I think, August 30th.
Yeah, mine's still October.
So I was just looking, I'm like, crap, I'm gonna have to re-up. So I got that on the horizon. Anyway, all right. Well, Matt, I hope the negotiations go well, and you're able to lock
What's
in
the
that
deal?
rate, man.
I think we should be fine.
Ruby, how about you? What have you been up to? You in the parks?
I did not. I took a little trip to the desert this week. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
my normal weekend visit I usually have. I didn't go. I was in Joshua Tree area. So we had a house kind of in the middle of the desert.
Do you have like a
And-
mini Burning Man thing going on out there?
Yeah, man, it was hella trippy vibes. So that was fun. Definitely love being out
Seeing
there.
some hidden Mickeys popping
Seeing-
out of nowhere.
Seeing some kind of hidden stuff out in them on the desert. I think Matt texted me about some photos. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm on mushrooms right now. I can't get you.
Those were drips and drips.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's like, I got a trip for you.
Yeah. I was like, bro, I'm on a trip right now. And everything's drippy, but I don't have the photos that you need. No, it was a good time. I was with like our best friends and then a couple of our other good groups of friends, and we called it our Doodles and Desert Trip because 3 of us have doodles. So we brought the dogs, and Frank is the most senior dog, so she taught the baby dog how to swim, which was really fun. So yeah, we just kicked it all weekend. No Disney, but I am going this weekend, so I'm looking forward to it. I feel like it's been a while since I've been, so yeah, I'm super stoked, but I have not been. No trip for me.
All right. Well, it's been a couple weeks since I chatted with you guys. I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but I have something fun to report. So I went on the May 27th. I went, and just like Reggie, I had a new pair of shoes, so I had to take those. I wore the Jordan 1 Low Tokyo 96s. Pretty comfortable. Although being an SC, the collar around the ankle, it felt like by the end of the day I was not quite as comfortable as the OG lows, but still I love the colorway, so I will keep wearing them to break them in so that I don't have that problem. But anyway, I talked to you guys about Riverbell Terrace, one of my favorite places to eat there, and just the last few times I've been, the food is great, the people are very nice, but it's been very slow. I feel like they're understaffed, so we kind of gave it a break, stepped away because we like the food so much. Went back, got the Cuban sandwich because I love it, and they got rid of the tots.
Pauline, give me some of your tots. No, go find your own.
So there are no more tots at Riverbell Terrace. They now have fries, which are if a curly fry and a steak fry had a baby. They're super fat. They got a little bit of spice on them. They're fabulous. I love those things.
Man.
And-
Wait, so they're not curly, but they just have like
No, they're curly. They're curly
A thick?
And
and they're fat, like a steak fry.
Damn, that sounds
Oh.
You like
Yeah.
them better than the tots then?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh wow. I like
Yeah.
the tots.
Award winners fries are like that, right? A little
They
bit.
are. Are they like award winners?
I don't know if I've had fries at award. Usually I get the funnel cake or whatever, the desserts at award winners.
I know award winners have like some weird shape.
Yeah. They sound exactly like that. They're like thick. They look like steak
Oh, yeah.
fries, but they curl.
Yeah. All right. So they stole the recipe. I'm a fan. I also got the monkey bread because you can't go to Riverbell Terrace and not get the monkey bread because it's always
Was it a
seasonal.
seasonal one or the regular one?
It's always seasonal. Yeah. So
What
they
was it?
change. I think they change it 3 or 4 times a year. But the service was back. It wasn't a long meal. The people, like I said, the servers are always super nice. I'm not complaining about the service, but just the food delivery time, it was back. So not hesitating to eat there. Like I said, I probably gave them 3 months between my visits because of how slow it was to get food. Actually, Reggie, one time they actually comped my meal because it took so long to come out.
I mean, I won't be too mad at that, but
Yeah, I was, again, it's not the server's issue. If the kitchen's
sure.
behind, the kitchen's behind. But not everybody is relaxed when they're having a meal at Disneyland because, right? Time is money, right? You're spending money to be in the park. you know, as pass holders, it's not as big a deal if I have an extra 45 minutes, no big deal.
And you know what's the issue too? Like people that don't have a pass, they're spending their hard work money on these single day tickets, right? And then their expectations, I feel like, are through the roof because it's like we're paying this premium price, you know, we know everything's gonna be long, but the quality better be up here, you know? So then they go and their expectations are so high, any little slip up leaves with a bad taste in their mouth. And then they go back to their job like, yeah, we'll never do Disney. And it was the worst experience where I understand them, but it's also kind of like, not like for a pass holder, that's just maybe the day. Like, oh yeah, it's a long way. You know, we have more options to go. So I feel like that's a part of like that whole group of people that are anti-Disney because I went there one time and I spent so much money and everything sucked.
Yeah.
Right. No, I mean, you know, people are going to complain, like you said, because they're spending so much money. I do a cost per visit calculator, and so I've actually, I think so I'm at 33 visits on my Magic Key. So my cost per visit is down to $48.45. And then let's see, I went on the third. It was time to wear the Alma Manier 3s. I love wearing that shoe. I always, you know what, I always worry about it in the parks, but at the same time, I'm not going to not wear it just because I like the shoe so much. Knock on wood, haven't had any accidents. Did the Carnation Cafe again, wedge salad, one of my favorites. We met up with Phil and Ashley, hit some rides, and then, you know, we took our reservation for 6 and 4 of us went to Blue Bayou because, you know, Ruby dogged us.
Hey, man. I'm a busy woman.
So I got the filet mignon and cheesecake. It was delicious. That place, that was a nice addition to the menu, adding the filet mignon, and I get nothing else when I go there. That's my go-to. We did not get a bottle of wine this time, Ruby, and we kept it to a dull roar. And I wanted to mention, so I tried on a jacket when I was there, the Tommy Hilfiger with patches.
Yeah,
that thing is so cool. It feels awesome, but $400 for a Disney jacket.
Tommy out here with Ralph Lauren prices, and my boy, I'm not having it.
I mean, is it?
But it's no go, bro. That's
is Tommy that
no
price point?
No,
and he's not that dude, is he?
No, he thinks he's Ralph Lauren right now. Like that's how much Ralph charges for those jackets, and I'm like, bro, you're not Ralph. I'm sorry. Even Ralph, I'm like, ooh, that's a lot. I don't know if I want to spend that. But like Tommy, come on, bro. Your shit's at like Macy's. Nothing wrong with Macy's, but like that's where you are. Like,
right. It was a super dope jacket, and I'm like, well, maybe if it goes on sale and I could stack my AP on it, then we're talking. But man, $400.
I feel like I feel like I would pay $200 for that, and I would think $200 was a lot for a Tommy jacket.
I will tell you that I tried it on and put a pic in my story. I had more fire emojis on my story than I've ever had. It must have been like 45 people react to that jacket because it is that cool.
Wow.
But it is like, man, I just could not spend the money.
What store was that in?
It's in the one where they had the Coach stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
There's like a cookie counter inside behind it. It's that little one on the edge. It had, like I said, that's where all the Coach collaboration was. And then, so that was kind of my Disney thing. Like I said, other than this weekend, got up early. I got my August Disney World trip is all dininged out. I am taking my daughter. So 3 instead of 2, I took a step back kind of on the dining. Although I was trying to cheap out and I was trying to do Space 220 in the lounge. So to keep the cost down, but the lounge was booked up. So I had to do lunch in the lounge at Space 220 again. But my daughter needs to go on that elevator ride up. She's got to see what that's all about because Space 220 is super cool. That's locked in. And man, we are running long. So I think it is time to tap out and send it to Ruby for Irv's plant-based option of the week.
I ain't eating no beef, cause you know that I'm a vegan. I ain't eating no beef, compassion's what I believe in.
Ruby, what do you got for us?
So it's something that I plan to try this weekend for our lamplight reservation. But over there, they have a dessert that I want, which is a plant-based brownie with their plant-based vanilla bean ice cream, berry sauce, and some macerated berries. I feel like I've really been enjoying Disney's plant-based ice creams, which makes my lactose intolerant heart happy because they do a pretty good job with them. They don't taste like too watery or anything. And the last time I had a brownie at, I want to say, Carnation Cafe, it was really good, the plant-based one. So I'm looking forward to trying this.
So
this
are
weekend.
you talking about a plant-based brownie as opposed to a meat-based brownie? I mean, I don't know
Bro,
that I've ever had
plant-based means no animal byproduct. So brownies are
No
made
egg
with an egg.
Oh, come on.
or milk. No milk.
What do you want from me?
An egg doesn't count as an animal?
Okay, it's animal byproducts.
God.
Is an egg the byproduct of an animal? Also, I care less about the egg. I'm more concerned about the
so is shit, which is fertilizer for plants.
Okay, listen. I just care about the dairy. I want to eat dairy. I just don't want to die. So that's my biggest concern. I eat meat. I like meat. But if I can get a plant-based option to
Sad. I think we're really pushing the envelope calling a brownie plant-based because like that's not something I like. Ooh, I had the beef brownie. It was delicious.
I don't know what to do with this, man. Anyways, that's what I'll be trying. I'll let you know how it is.
Sorry, Ruby. I can't help it. I truly can't help it.
I know you can't.
All right. Well, let's have some fun. Ruby, do you have a Mad Lib prepared for Reggie?
You know I do.
I know you do. All right.
So, Reggie, I don't know if you've done or if you've seen our Mad Libs before, but I'm going to ask you for some things. I'm going to fill them in, then we'll jump to another segment. I'll come back with it. So, favorite Disney park?
DCA.
Favorite sneaker?
The Jordan 1.
Favorite character?
Man, see, I would say Star-Lord because it's Disney now, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to probably say like Robin Hood.
Favorite snack?
Jack Num Num Cookie.
That is a good choice.
Yeah,
That's
undefeated.
so
Undefeated.
And 2 adjectives.
About Disney or me?
Hey, man. You'll find out.
Fun and quick.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
so disappointed. I'm so disappointed that one of them wasn't Fly. I thought.
Oh my gosh.
I thought you would pick fun also. So we're going quick. All right, over to you.
All right, let's jump. Matt, you got some Disney hype trivia ready?
Oh, you switched it up again.
No,
Sorry.
I'll go.
No, I could go. I got it.
All right.
All right. There's 3 questions. Disney sneaker related. But all right. Question number 1. What year and season did the Supreme and Disney collab release?
Okay, so I know it was earlier than. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna say a year. 2006, spring summer.
Close. It was actually fall winter 2009.
Ugh, okay, a lot more recent than I thought. Okay.
All right, question number 2. I know you're a Drake fan, and Ruby, I asked you this on your trivia. So,
Oh, yeah.
all right. So Drake was wearing something to disguise himself on a date with Tyra Banks in Disneyland back in 2012. What was he wearing?
I would have to say like something on the head. If you're gonna disguise yourself, it wouldn't be a mask. Disney doesn't allow masks. A hat wouldn't be enough. Like a fake mustache or nose with glasses.
That's correct. Yeah, a fake mustache.
There you go. Okay.
I thought I was gonna have to throw it to Ruby.
I
But,
did
yeah,
remember
that's right.
though.
That's right. All right, last question. I know you're a Laker fan,
Okay.
so according to the interview with George Lopez, Nike Live with Kobe Bryant, what does Kobe Bryant say his favorite ride is at Disneyland?
The Space Mountain.
It was soaring over California.
I see you at Disneyland all the time. What's your favorite ride?
I enjoy soaring over California.
So, fuck. Okay, I wasn't gonna say that. I thought it was Space or the Matterhorn, but I think I'm getting confused with the photo that he took in front of one of the rides. Good questions. You got Disney sneakers and or Disney Drake and the Lakers. I'm mad that I didn't.
But that's it. Thanks for playing Disney Hype Trivia.
I would say I got some Disney or Datney for you.
Disney.
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 These nuts. Got him.
So I'm just going to give you a couple choices. You shout out which one you go with. So let's start out with Dole Whip or Mickey Pretzel.
Dole Whip.
All right. Haunted Mansions or Pirate?
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion. I like that. I like that. All right. Air Max or Dunk?
Air Max.
Okay. Travis Scott or Off-White?
Off-White.
Okay. Rope Drop or Fireworks?
Rope Drop.
Okay. Slides or Crocs?
Slides. I'll do slides.
All right. I like that. Dinosaur or Indiana Jones?
The dinosaur ride is good and it is fun, but like that's just tied to like the whole vacation thing. I gotta go Indiana Jones.
Okay. All right. That's the correct answer, by the way. All right. Star Wars or Marvel?
Marvel. Marvel
Okay.
for me.
Heroes or villains?
Heroes.
All right. Incredicoaster or Rock and Roller Coaster?
That's another good one. And I gotta go Rock and Roller Coaster on this one.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. Okay. All right. Final one. On the Pixar Pal Around, are you swinging or non-swinging cars?
I'm swinging. My fiance non-swinging.
Oh, nice. Nice. So that means you're non-swinging.
So we're not swinging. Exactly.
Yeah, with my wife, I'm not riding. So I would go swing. If I meet you up, we'll go swinging. My wife is not getting on it.
No.
All right, so that's what I got for Disney Datney. Ruby, do you have the Mad Lib generated?
I do.
Oh wow.
All right. Sup, Kicks at the Castle fam. It's me, Reggie, aka Mr. 2 Degrees, 2 G's. Every day is an opportunity to get fly by being you and rocking what you like. When I'm not vlogging sneaker and streetwear content, me and my girl are the type to get fly, get high, just to walk around the park and eat. You can catch me at DCA in a fitted cap and rocking some Jordan 1s. And my go-to snack is a Jack Jack Num Num cookie. I've been known to rock some fun vintage gear. If it's Robin Hood vintage, it's a wrap. When I'm not at Disney, you can catch me chopping it up with the homies on Tackle Box Radio or on my grind with my small biz shop, Tabletop Shop, where you can get some dope home goods. Make sure you check out my quick kickin' games segments on IG. That's what I got.
That
Quick
worked really
worked out
well.
really good, actually.
Shout out to Ruby. That was cool. Thank you. That was great.
All right. Well, now we get to chop it up a little bit, Reggie. You, like as Ruby said, you got a lot of stuff going on. You got the Tabletop Shop. You got your fly conversations, kicking game, man. How do you find time for all of that?
Man, it's cliche, but it's like that's the lifestyle now. You know, I mean, I remember when I first was I got into photography and I kind of gradually got into videography and just, you know, kind of all took a life. And I was always wanted you know, to have an own podcast and have a little platform and have a business. So now that it's here now, or I'm busy with it, I'm just constantly reminding myself that it could be worse, or I could have none of these things, or, you know, I could not be doing pop-ups. So anytime I just kind of, you know, get overwhelmed or get kind of a little too busy, it's just reminding myself that these are all good things. You know, like there could be much more other stuff that I could be, you know, worried about. So I'm just grateful that I am busy.
Nice, man. And you know what? So I saw some of your stories today. You were talking about that youth sports game you went to, and the sportsmanship. And I just thought like, you know, when I think of you, I think of, you know, the fly outfits and stuff like that. But the fact that you're taking time out to go watch some youth sports, and then just talking about how it's not like it was when you were a kid, you know, like to, you know, it seems like you're super community grounded, man. I'm just curious, was that a relative of yours? What are you doing out there? Are you donating your time, or what do you got going on?
Man, that's my job. That's my that's one of the aspects of my job. So I work for a Positive Coaching Alliance. So it's a sports nonprofit. What it sounds like is what it is. Basically, it started off as like these people are coaches for the coaches. There's a toxic environment in youth sports, especially when like things get ultra competitive, which it has been over the past few, centuries, I guess. And there's a need for, coaches to be properly educated, parents to be properly educated, just, like teachers and like any other people that are heavily with the youth. But my role is more on the grounds. I'm a community engagement manager. So I manage our community partners, and the Dodgers are one of them. So it's super cool because I've had experience working like in the WNBA. I've worked with Nike. I worked with the Clippers, and I kind of took a step away from the sports teams to do more community work and do more kind of on the ground stuff where I could, maybe feel more like impactful in a way. But it's cool now with my current gig as I'm able to kind of get like the professional aspect with it behind the sports team, working with the Dodgers Foundation, but also be on the ground and see the kind of impact firsthand.
That's awesome, dude. I'll tell you, I was a coach for many, many, many years. The worst part of youth sports is generally the parents. And unfortunately, the parents are usually the coaches. And if everybody would just step back and realize that these kids need to learn teamwork. And I mean, that's not what this podcast is about, but I felt that message that you put out today. And it's super important because you know what? Not everybody's kid's going to play D1. In fact, most of the kids aren't going to play D1. Let them go be kids and have fun. And let, someone gives up some runs, man, let the team rally around the kid. Don't berate him. And, right. I mean, that's how it was when we were kids, like when I was a kid, man, it was, there wasn't any compassion. So I love the message you put out today, man.
Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, maybe your dad or someone's a coach, and even your dad or your mom or your parent, uncle, whatever, is still getting on you like super hardcore, traditionally back then. But the experience is different. And I learned that especially working with like inner city families that don't have anything and don't have much. So when they do get a chance to play, the parents are super appreciative and grateful because it's, hey, this league's $20. And if you guys didn't fund this, and we don't have anything. Opposed to maybe like when I used to coach travel ball, I used to coach my younger brother's basketball team. It cost a lot of money to play, and kids are maybe a little more entitled, and parents might be a little more entitled too because they're spending a top dollar on the product, or the service. But yeah, super interesting dynamic when if you're a sports fan, anybody out there, and you kind of want to go deeper and look at like the social, economical kind of impact sports have too with youth.
No, I like I said, I love the message. So now I want to talk about, if anybody that follows Reggie, he's not about the hype. You've got a series of shoes under $100. So for you, man, putting together an outfit and getting fly isn't just about following the hype, man. How do you decide what you like and what you want to rock?
Man, just I think everyone kind of generally knows, what they like, or, what they truly like, or what they truly gravitate to. But I'm not a fan of the hype, man. I have Travis Scott's, and I've had Off-Whites, and, I have Jordans, and I have all that. But it's like everything kind of just goes back to like my perspective with like kids or me growing up, where it's like, I'm not going to spend $500 on a shoe anymore, or 600. Like me and my fiance purchased a home, like, I'm getting older, and I got, my business that I'm trying to do as well. So honestly, it probably came with just maturing and budgeting and kind of living on my own, and the real world kind of hitting you in a way where, okay, I can still be a sneakerhead, but now I just focus on what I like. And if a shoe I like is $800, then maybe I don't like trigger by it, but I'm gonna skip like the next 4 releases because I really want this $800 shoe. So I always tell people, like, don't go broke over shoes. Don't go broke trying to look cool. Don't go broke trying to chase something. It's like, man, just do what you want, do what you like, buy what you like.
It's nice. All right. Fitteds. I want to talk fitteds for a second. It seems like you got a lot of fitteds. Is that a big part of your outfit when you put them together?
Yeah. I'm a big hat dude. I've always been. I think it's kind of, they're big in SoCal relatively when you grow up. So you just kind of see hats. If you play baseball, you have a hat. But it's typically the last thing I put on, I think. I'll start with the shoes, go with the shirt and the pants, and then worst case scenario, you wear a black hat, you know, and then if I happen to have something that matches, I'll, you know, get a blue or get a red one or, you know, whatever. But I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm in a hat.
All right. So now the next question is team loyalty. Will you wear some other team's hat just for the colors?
Yeah, I think growing up, I did a lot more. Like I was wearing just kind of any team that any hat I'd get my hands on. And then more recently, I transitioned to just kind of Dodgers, which is LA, obviously, Lakers, obviously, and then I'm a Raider fan. But I do have.
I'm gonna give you. I see the magic on that hat you got. Is that a bubble hat? Does that got all the teams?
See, this is like I had to wear my my Disney for you guys.
Okay.
I was just about to ask you if that was a magic hat because I feel like Luigi would freaking love that hat.
Mickey O'Neil. That's old school. Love
that.
Yeah.
So this was I got this from round 2 a few years back, or actually a lot of years back. But yeah, it was super cool because it's like Orlando Magic. It had Mickey in the back, had Shaquille O'Neal in the back. Yeah, but brand loyalty. I think I just don't wear Angels hats.
Okay.
When you're in LA, you either wear Dodgers or Angels. So I just stick with the LA.
All right. No, you're not down with Ohtani.
Unless he comes over here.
You know, that's a possibility. The Dodgers are one of the few that can afford them.
Yep.
So tell me about the love of Disney. Where'd that come from?
I grew up like in Orange County area when I was a kid. And I think it just started because my mom was just big in theme parks. I think we lived near Knott's and we lived near Disneyland. And I was the oldest. So like it was always just kind of me and her for a good amount of years. My first youngest brother's like a good years apart. So all my first memories were Disneyland, or back then it was the Disneyland hotel area, like during downtown Disney, where we might just go out for dinner or something. And they had the remote control boats out there and they had the water fountain out there. So a lot of my first memories were Disney related. And I had all the VHSs and every Disney movie you could probably think of, my mom was hooking me up with. So I guess now I'm thinking about it, I guess it came from my mom. My love for Disney.
Yeah, no, like I say, I love your fit pics and your posts, man. You know, it's so cool to see, you know, how much you put into your outfits. And it's like I don't even think I knew you were into Disney when I first started following you. And all of a sudden I see some pictures of the park. I'm like, shit, this guy likes Disney too. Wow. So.
Yeah. If you go back there's probably a time where like 20 photos all back to back were all Disney. But now I try to get creative with it and like find a new spot I haven't took one at, or like find a spot that people won't think it's Disney and then still tag the Disney location. It's like, you know, a non-pass holder will be like, what the heck is this? You know? But
all right. Well, Ruby, Matt, you got any questions for Reggie?
Yeah, so I was catching up with some of your content, and I noticed that you have your small shop and then you do like the tackle box stuff with your homies. What's that environment like? It looks like you do like a lot of short chat. Like, how did you meet those people? Are they like long-term friends? And how do you guys kind of decide what you're going to talk about? I feel like you guys have a pretty good dynamic, so I'm just a little curious about that.
Yeah, so yeah, it's funny that you bring up tackle box. So the fly conversations that I do, more sneaker and streetwear talk, I kind of got them and the tackle box people to kind of just merge. And it's like, yo, like, we're doing 2 things at once. Let's just all build a collective and we'll make Tackle Box a network. We'll film everything in this studio. So the Tackle Box kind of episodes, and with those people, those are one of them's a friend I grew up with and went to middle school with. Another one is that person's friend, and they make music, and they, you know, used to have like a rap group or make music together. And then the other one's a mutual friend that's from the area. And the tackle box is kind of more surrounding music, typically just music talk or just kind of culture. And then the fly conversations is with my same friend Hudson. He's in both of them with me, where he could talk sneakers as well. And then we have another buddy, Lon, who just does a fly conversation. So now it's kind of, ideally, we're kind of hoping to build like a little collective, and even like photographers and just kind of anybody locally to this area that's doing anything creative, just kind of like building like the Avengers type of thing.
That's cool. I think that's like probably one of my favorite things that comes out of like SoCal and LA specifically. I think there's like a lot of creatives that kind of build these small collectives. I mean, think about like huge collectives like, you know, Odd Future starts as like a small collective, or like even like the Brockhampton people or any of these kinds of people. Like that's like a very big like LA culture thing of like finding other creatives and building these things. So I think it's really cool. I think the content that you guys are making is really dope. In the Mad Lib I through your Instagram saw on one of those that you have 2 degrees, which is pretty dope. That's a lot of investment in your education. I know Matt's a little sleepy because he's, investing in his education. And so I was just curious, like, what did you actually go to school to study? And does that kind of pertain to what you're doing today with the youth coaches? And like, I've seen that you do stuff with like mental health and just kind of talking about that stuff, which I think you might be Latino, so like, I think that was pretty interesting to me. I'm Latina, and I know there's like a lot of machismo in the culture. And like, I think it's cool to see like young Latin men specifically like speaking on mental health. I think it's really important. So I was just kind of wondering what you went to school for and like how that all came together.
Yeah, my where did I post that I had 2 degrees?
It's in one of the conversations.
It was in one of the conversations. Someone else mentioned you had 2 degrees.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It's about to turn into Nardwar.
No, for real. Yeah, my undergrad, I went to a Whittier College here local SoCal, and that degree is in kinesiology with an emphasis in sports management.
Cool.
Basically, they merge kinesiology, which is the study of body, with business. So I took some business classes, I took some kinesiology classes, and it worked out because I didn't really want to go too deep into businessy stuff, and I didn't like the sciencey stuff that came with kinesiology. And then I was able to take like a lot of philosophy, psychology, and kind of tailor my degree a little bit more. Socioeconomic impact of sports and sociology of athletes, and a lot of classes that kind of make you think a lot and make you write. So I kind of became like a good writer and researcher. And then I got my master's degree in education, and that's to kind of qualify me for an athletic director position at a college where I could, teach a kinesiology class or teach a philosophy, teach a lot of classes. In my opinion, I think I could kind of map out in the next 10 to 20 years, but then also just kind of, like I said, just qualify myself for an athletic director job. And that now I don't know if that's what I want to do, but my master's degree definitely helped me out with my current job as far as the education piece, because like you said, we do impact youth in Los Angeles regarding sports, but it's also, mental health based and kind of killing that stigma, and even, getting athletes to speak on mental health as well, because sports and competition go hand in hand with your psyche. But yeah, and I agree about the whole, being Hispanic and this whole kind of, what's the word? Stigma around, being a man and, get up, stop crying, and just kind of traditionally how you treat, a boy opposed to a girl growing up.
Cool. That's all I had. Matt.
All right. So my question is, I guess, more of your like shop. I know you like make like candles and stuff and like the table stuff. It is more towards like the hype or like sneaker stuff. Have you ever thought about doing like Disney inspired stuff?
Yeah.
In the works, or?
I wouldn't say in the works. Definitely looking to a candle, so you could, maybe it's a Mickey head, I don't know, or something like that. But definitely want to start incorporating a lot more custom to me and my brand and what I want to kind of go with. So with that is, Disney's one of them. Sneakers are one of them.
Could you pretty much make like any type of mold?
Yeah, if I find it all starts with like a manufacturer of the mold. So there's a lot of like molds out there for ashtrays and candles, but kind of a part of it now that's kind of slowing that down is like copyright infringement stuff. Now that Nike is kind of heavy-handedly dishing them out, a lot of, not me per se, I'm worried, but the manufacturers that are making these molds with the Jordan or Mickey Mouse or, Disney, Nike, Apple, all these kind of big corporations that aren't afraid to, send these letters out now, I think are stopping a lot of the customization. But yeah.
So could possibility for Kicks of the Castle candle.
yeah. Actually, a castle candle might look really beautiful, and people might just set that up actually. But
yeah, the wicks could be where the flags are.
Oh wow!
Multiple? Oh yeah.
Multi-wick candle.
Nemo flying in through the castle with flags. What?
All right, well, I think it's a good spot to end it. Reggie, man, I really appreciate you joining us, man. It was super cool getting to talk to you.
No, you guys had great questions. Talk Disney, talk shoes. You guys are my kind of people. I, appreciate you guys reaching out. Matt, appreciate you shooting the DM. But yeah, no, I had a great time. When it's like this, it doesn't feel like work or hassle or anything. So it was fun.
Well, I want to thank everyone for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave us a review. Check out the YouTube. Join us in the Discord. We are Kicks at the Castle. You can follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to tag us or use the hashtag Kicks at the Castle in your Disney Fit Pics, in park or not. My name's John. You can find me on Instagram at Weekends with Walt. Reggie, how can listeners connect with you?
Everything's through my Instagram right now. I'd say if you follow me at 2Gs TWOOGEES, you could find the tabletop shop. You could find the podcast content, my short form content, sneaker, Disney stuff. So yeah, get at me on Instagram, and I follow you guys back. If you got a Disney page or a sneaker page, and it's not private, 9 times out of 10, I'm giving a follow back. So
all right, Ruby, how can listeners find you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Rubes, ROOBSS.
Matt, how can people hit you up?
You can find me on Instagram at the Disney Hype Beast.
All right. Well, we are Kicks at the Castle. This was season 6, episode 7, and we are out. Peace.
Peace.
Let's take a ride.